What types of bad parenting do kids not recover from? The kind where your mom makes you compete with your dead sibling for her love every single day for the rest of your childhood. My brother died in a car accident when I was 12 and he was 14. Instead of grieving together as a family, my mother turned him into this perfect saint that I could never, ever measure up to. Every report card became a painful comparison. Tyler would have gotten straight A's, she'd sigh dramatically, looking at my B+ in math like it was a personal betrayal. Every soccer game, every school play, every birthday party, she'd mention how Tyler would have done it better, been funnier, tried harder, been more grateful. She kept his room exactly the same for 8 long years. His clothes still folded neatly in the dresser. Homework still sitting on his desk from the night he died. Bed made like he might walk through the door any moment to finish his algebra problems. But my room? She'd go through it weekly like a detective, throwing away anything she deemed unnecessary or messy. Tyler never hoarded junk like this. Tyler kept his space clean and organized. The absolute worst part was dinner every night. She'd set 4 plates religiously. One for Dad, one for her, one for me, and one for Tyler's empty chair. We'd eat in complete silence while she stared at that 4th plate like she was waiting for him to apologize for being late. Sometimes she'd even serve food on it, let it sit there getting cold through the entire meal. When I graduated high school as salutatorian, second in my entire class, she cried through the entire ceremony. Not happy tears of pride, disappointed tears of loss. Tyler would have been valedictorian, she whispered during my graduation speech. He was always smarter, more dedicated. You just got lucky. College became my desperate escape, but even 3 states away, her toxic texts followed me everywhere. Photos of Tyler's old trophies with captions like, "Remembering when my kids actually made me proud." Screenshots of other kids' achievements with messages like, "Tyler would have accomplished this too, probably better." I stopped calling home completely. Started seeing a therapist twice a week. Learned clinical words like emotional neglect and complicated grief and parentification of the dead. My therapist helped me understand that my mother had weaponized Tyler's memory against my self-worth, turning love into competition. The final breaking point came at my college graduation. Mom actually flew out, and I thought maybe this time would be different. Maybe she'd finally see me. As I walked across the stage to receive my engineering degree, I heard her voice cutting through the crowd. Tyler wanted to be an engineer too. He would have graduated with honors. That night in her hotel room, I confronted her. 23 years old, finally ready to fight back after 11 years of silence. "Tyler is dead," I said, my voice shaking. "I'm alive and standing right here. Why can't that ever be enough for you?" She looked at me like I'd physically slapped her across the face. "How dare you disrespect his memory," she whispered, her voice cold as ice. "Tyler was perfect. He never talked back like this. He never disappointed me. He respected his family and knew how to be grateful." "Tyler was 14 years old," I exploded. "You've spent 11 years comparing me to a child who never had the chance to disappoint you because he died before he could. He never had to pay bills, fail a test, make real adult mistakes, or figure out who he was because he's frozen in time as your perfect angel." That's when she said the words that shattered my heart completely. Maybe God took the wrong son that night. I haven't spoken to her since that moment. Changed my phone number, moved across the country, built an entire life she knows absolutely nothing about. Last month, I married an amazing woman who loves me exactly as I am, not as a replacement for someone else's memory. Dad called yesterday to tell me Mom had a massive stroke. She's in intensive care, unconscious, and the doctors don't know if she'll wake up. He says when she's conscious, she keeps asking for me, saying my name over and over. Part of me wants to fly back, to forgive everything, to try one more time. But my therapist reminded me of something crucial. You can't heal someone who uses your very existence as proof of their greatest loss. The truth is, some kids never recover from parents who love their dead children more than their living ones. We don't recover because there's no way to compete with a perfect ghost who never got to be human.